Sahaj Vidhi www.sahajvidhi.in. Question 1. Discuss the law of defamation. Is this correct to say that law of defamation gives too much protection to reputation and imposes too a great restriction on the freedom of speech? Comment. Model answer. The law of defamation aims to protect an individual's reputation, which is considered a valuable asset and an integral part of their personality. Defamation is essentially the publication of a statement that tends to lower a person in the estimation of right-thinking members of society generally, or causes them to be shunned or avoided, or exposes them to hatred, contempt, or ridicule. Elements of defamation. 1. Defamatory statement. The statement must be capable of bearing a defamatory meaning. 2. Reference to plaintiff. The statement must refer to the plaintiff either directly or indirectly. 3. Publication. The statement must be published, meaning communicated to at least one person other than the plaintiff. Types of defamation. Libel. Defamation in a permanent form, e.g., written words, pictures, films, broadcasts. It is actionable per se, without proof of actual damage. Slander. Defamation in a transient or temporary form, e.g., spoken words, gestures. It is generally not actionable per se, requiring proof of special damage, with some exceptions, e.g., imputation of a criminal offense, certain diseases, or unchastity to a woman. Defenses to defamation. 1. Justification. Truth. If the defamatory statement is substantially true, it is a complete defense. 2. Fair comment. A defense for honest expression of opinion on a matter of public interest, based on true facts. 3. Privilege. Absolute privilege applies to statements made in Parliament, judicial proceedings, and official communications between government officers. No action lies, even if malicious. Qualified privilege applies to statements made in faith, without malice, where the person making the statement has a legal, moral, or social duty to make it, and the person to whom it is made has a corresponding interest in receiving it. E.g., character references, reports of parliamentary or judicial proceedings. Apology. An apology can mitigate damages but is not a complete defense. Good. Balancing reputation and freedom of speech. This question touches upon a critical constitutional dilemma, the tension between the right to reputation, often considered part of the right to life and personal liberty under Article, and the fundamental right to freedom of speech and expression, Article 191A, guaranteed by the Indian Constitution. Argument for too much protection to reputation. Chilling effect. The stringent nature of defamation laws, especially the criminal defamation provisions, sections 499 and 500 IPC, can have a chilling effect on free speech, investigative journalism, and public criticism. Individuals and media houses might self-censor to avoid potential legal battles, even if their statements are true or made in faith. High damages. The potential for substantial damages in civil defamation suits can deter legitimate criticism, particularly against powerful individuals or corporations. Burden of proof. While truth is a defense, proving it can be arduous and expensive, especially for journalists relying on sources. Argument against too much protection. Reputation as a fundamental right. The Supreme Court of India, in Subramanian Swamy v. Union of India, 2016, upheld the constitutionality of criminal defamation, stating that reputation is an integral part of the right to life under Article 21. It argued that the right to freedom of speech is not absolute and can be reasonably restricted to protect reputation, preventing malicious falsehoods. Defamation laws serve to prevent the spread of malicious falsehoods that can destroy a person's career, social standing, and mental well-being. Public order and decency. Unfettered speech, without accountability for its impact on reputation, could lead to chaos and a breakdown of social order. Comment. The debate over whether defamation law gives too much protection is ongoing. While the protection of reputation is undoubtedly vital, the current framework, particularly criminal defamation, has been criticized for being a colonial-era relic that disproportionately impacts free speech. The Subramanian Swamy judgment, while upholding the law, emphasized the need for courts to carefully scrutinize defamation cases to ensure are not used to stifle legitimate criticism. Legal scholars and civil liberties advocates argue for the decriminalization of defamation, advocating for civil remedies as sufficient to protect reputation, thereby reducing the chilling effect on free expression. The challenge lies in striking a delicate balance where individuals can express themselves freely without unjustly harming the reputation of others, and where genuine public interest reporting is not stifled by the threat of legal action. Please visit our website www.sahajvidhi.in for more content. 21. Good day many.